We're going to begin with the news, and that is President Biden in Poland this morning after yesterday's surprise and historic trip to Ukraine. He's in Warsaw right now as we speak for a meeting with the Polish president. And later today, Mr. Biden will make a speech to mark 1 year since the Russian invasion of Ukraine. At the very same time, Russian President Vladimir Putin has already given a defiant speech of his own today, vowing to continue to wage this war. Charlie D'Agata is in Ukraine for us, but we're going to begin with Nancy Cordes, who is traveling with the president. He's in Warsaw right now. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, we're essentially getting dueling speeches from President Biden and President Putin within hours of each other today. The White House insists this is not an attempt to go head-to-head with Mr. Putin, but President Biden will make the case here at Warsaw's Royal Castle today that Russia has not prevailed nearly a year into this war and that democracies around the world are strengthening, a case he made across the border in war-torn Ukraine yesterday. The president landed in Warsaw late last night, the end of a day-and-a-half-long journey that took him from Joint Base Andrews outside D.C. before dawn on Sunday to the Poland-Ukraine border by plane, and then on a 10-hour journey by train to Kyiv. The risky trip to Ukraine, months in the making, was shrouded in secrecy. The two journalists allowed on board were only informed on Friday and told to look out for email instructions with the subject line, "Arrival instructions for the Gulf tourney." It's almost unheard of for an American president to visit a war zone without U.S. troops on the ground. He arrived delivering more than just a morale boost. He pledged another $450 million worth of military aid, including artillery ammunition, Javelin anti-armor missiles, and surveillance radar systems.
Freedom is priceless. It's worth fighting for as long as it takes.
Today, President Biden sits down with Poland's president. His top Europe advisor, Amanda Sloat, says there's a reason Mr. Biden has come to Poland twice in 1 year.
They're obviously the main hub for the security and humanitarian assistance that we have going through Poland to get to Ukraine.
The last time President Biden was here in March of 2022, he stunned the world by suggesting Vladimir Putin should be removed from power.
For God's sake, this man cannot remain in power.
It was an unscripted moment, and the White House quickly insisted he was not advocating for regime change. 11 months later, Putin is still in power. The president's trip to Ukraine and his speech here in Warsaw are meant to send a message to Putin that Western resolve has not weakened despite the costs of supporting Ukraine. In fact, President Biden is discussing with the Polish president at this hour the prospect of increasing the number of NATO forces stationed here in Poland on the border with Russia. This comes as Putin announces just today that he is pulling out of a long-time nuclear reduction treaty with the U.S. Nate?
Nancy Cordes in Warsaw, thank you.